I'm Vicky from DNApal, and this is the lovely Angela, who has been one of our clients and friends and everything, and has had such great results that she said she will jump on and share. And I have to say, your face is absolutely glowing.
Oh God, thank you. It must be the lighting. And I have to say, Vicky, I don't normally even like doing lives or anything like that, but I just really felt compelled to shout from the rooftops and, you know, let everybody know what you guys do and how it's affected me in such a positive way. So thanks for inviting me.
Oh, brilliant, brilliant. Well, I thought we'd just do it as a chat thing rather than, I haven't got any questions prepared.
Sounds like you.
Yes, by the seat of my pants. So, but yesterday when we were talking, or Monday when we were talking, obviously, you were so enthusiastic, and I was like, let's do a live because this would be so great for people to hear. So I don't know if you want to start from a bit of your journey or just jump into where you are now. We can go backwards. It's up to you.
Yeah, I have no idea, and I'm a bit like you. I just fly by the seat of my pants, so I'm just going to say it as it comes and as I feel. But, you know, if I go back, like, I don't know, forever, I've always had a problem with my weight, although I have to just quickly put a pin there and say I didn't do the DNApal because of weight. Yeah. Right. But let me just go back. So always had a problem with my weight, up and down. But there was one thing that I always used to say, there must be a way of tapping into what your body really needs, right, without having to diet constantly, right? And so I kind of intuitively knew there was this thing that existed. I didn't know what it was, but there must be a way. And I always thought, well, you know, if we just have the right amount of vitamins, minerals, whatever it is, we shouldn't crave other things, right? So sort of fast forward on my journey, I mean, I wanted to find out about my body and how it works and how I could help it without, you know, excessively dieting.
Bad dieting that lasts 2 weeks and you fall off.
Exactly. You know, and I'm very good. I'll do it for like, well, 2 weeks is probably too much, you know.
Week. Hit the weekend, back to old habits.
Exactly. A week I'll starve myself. There will be some sort of results, but it's just not sustainable. But I think the crux of it is, you know, I sort of wanted to take the health, my health in my own hands. I did a course, I did a health coach course, and I thought, well, that will give me some sort of insights into what I can do to help myself. And where that did give me insights, it wasn't anything definitive. Right. And then what happened was, forget about the weight thing. I started to get some pain in my feet. Ow. Right. But really excruciating, meaning I'd get up out of the bed and I'd literally have to hold on for dear life for a few minutes before, I don't know, my feet warmed up. Right. Went to Dr. Google to find out what was wrong. And it said it was plantar fasciitis. Right. So I was thinking, why am I getting this thing? You know, what the hell's going on? You know, there's obviously something I'm not doing I'm doing to my body that's not the right thing. Forget about weight now. This is now affecting me like just walking, right? So, you know, I wanted to find a way of actually getting back to health, because I thought, well, I need to do exercise. I need to move, but I couldn't move. And then
it's double, like you're stuck, isn't it? Your foot hurts, you can't exercise, but then everything starts to get worse because you can't move.
Exactly. And then, you know, I sort of rubbed the genie lamp, and then appeared Vicky. and you were gracious enough to say, look, you know, try it, you know, get a kit, see what you think. And basically, I just haven't looked back. I mean, it's not that I didn't believe you, and it's not that I did believe you. I just didn't know what to expect. Right. And I thought, right, okay, well, let me give it a go. Gave it a go. And then there was this plethora of information, and thank God you were able to explain everything, because contrary to what most people believe it's not just a DNA sheet that, you know, you look at everything and then you have to figure it out. You actually need somebody to go through it with you.
Yeah.
So I was very, very grateful and appreciative that you know, took the time. And we're not talking about 20-minute consult or something. I mean, we were on the phone for, I think it was a good almost 2 hours.
Yeah.
You know,
to do a deep consult on you. Yeah.
Exactly. So, and I was really grateful for that. And some of the things that came out, Vicky, I kind of already knew. But you kind of need to see it in black and white and hear somebody tell you how it matters.
Yeah.
Right. So if I can remember some of the things that you told me, I don't know if you want me to say that now or.
It's completely up to you. Let's go with the flow.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, you bombarded me with a hell of a lot of things, but what was great about the conversations, you gave me some practical takeaways, which to this day, I mean, I can't remember how long I've been doing it now. What, 10 weeks, 11 weeks? Can't remember now.
Yeah, I mean, just before Christmas, when we got your last video, it was at about
6 weeks.
Exactly.
Yeah. So you gave me these practical takeaways, which I'm still doing today. And I'm sure there's other things that I could focus on. But so far, it's been working perfectly, right? So you told me endurance, you know, first thing in the morning was the key thing for me. And I kind of knew that.
Yeah.
Because basically years I used to be a personal trainer. You wouldn't, you know, believe it now, but I was a personal trainer. And, you know, that was my thing. First thing in the morning, you know, an hour, you know, walking, running, whatever it was. And I felt so good. But you don't know really why you're doing it. You just think, well, that's what I'm supposed to do. Right. Yeah. Then you said to me about which the two things I thought, oh my God, I don't know, I'm going to cope with this. Like no wheat. I was like, well, there's wheat in everything that I eat. So what do you mean no wheat? I just don't eat. And then no dairy. Those two things, I was like, oh my God, that sounds to me like a diet.
Without cheese and bread.
Yeah. And I thought, well, that sounds like a diet, right? But strangely enough, it wasn't. It was just about actually nourishing my body the way it needed to be nourished.
Yes.
Right? So no wheat, no dairy. And I was like, cheese, oh my God, I don't think I can handle that. Then sleep. I realized I wasn't getting enough sleep. Jesus, you know, you were saying, I think you said 9 to 10 hours. I said, how are you going to get 9 to 10 hours sleep?
No, it's between 7 to 9. But
is it?
I might have said you're perfect. So all the research shows that if you want to fit into the circadian rhythm of nature, 10 o'clock is like the most perfect time to go to sleep, and then you've got a bigger sleeper window.
Exactly. Which was great. And so I started to do that. That was really good.
Cool. You get plus you do for everything.
And then what else did you tell me? I can't remember now, but like I am doing it all.
Cruciferous veg was one. Because I remember you sent me a picture of your cruciferous veg.
That's right. Cruciferous veg. I'm also making my own coleslaw. Right.
Brilliant.
Yep. And I'm just doing sort of a vinaigrette. So I'm not doing like, you know, sort of mayonnaise type thing. Cruciferous veg. And there was something else that you told me. I can't remember now. But basically, water, I think you were saying lots of water, but that's like kind of standard, right? But just doing all these things, and I thought I wouldn't be able to do it. And so I said, well, I'm going to like every week send you a video. You know, I don't know if it's going to really make any difference, but let's see. And like for the first 3 weeks, I felt good internally, right? But perhaps no one could see externally, right? And yeah, I haven't looked back. It's just amazing. And I think that the one thing I'd like to say is every year of my life that I can remember, I used to always dread Christmas because it was that point where I would eat a lot and then, oh my God, I've got to get on that diet in January, right? And literally just before Christmas, I had lost, I think it was 11 and a half pounds.
Brilliant. What a great way to go into Christmas.
No, I know.
You didn't stop having alcohol, did you?
No, I still had alcohol.
Cocktails and...
I have to say, I still had alcohol, and the odd time, if I'd gone out with a group of people and perhaps there was nothing on the menu, I would have the odd, like maybe cheese or something like that. But really, I mean, I cleaned my body totally, you know. I wasn't craving it. You did say, because I have this thing about biscuits, you said I could make the almond and date biscuits.
Yes.
Right. I hadn't made those until a week ago. So I didn't even crave biscuits, Vicky. And that was my nemesis.
I think you was having a lot of biscuits before.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, my digestive chockies, you know, and I haven't craved it. It's not because I didn't want it. I just didn't crave it. And I didn't understand how comes I'm not craving it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know if you can speak to any of that, but I really wanted...
No, go on. I was just going to explain. If you're getting more, say, sometimes our sweet cravings can be magnesium deficiency or chromium deficiency. And sometimes when you take out some of the bread and wheaty items, you're like, oh shit, what do I eat? Yeah. So then you naturally have to eat more fruit and veg. And then if you're eating more like more green stuff, you're getting more magnesium. If you're getting more magnesium, your sugar cravings drop.
Right. Well, that makes perfect sense because I've been up in my cruciferous and just, you know, eating a lot of veg because I can't eat the wheaty things. But I have been having potato. Yeah. And I've been having rice.
Perfect.
You know, so it, you know, it definitely works. And I just really wanted to share this with everyone because it's something that I've struggled with weight wise, but I think it was the second week, if I can remember, Vicky, my feet stopped hurting. Like I had no pain whatsoever. And to that, for me, that was a revelation. I thought, well, I've got to continue. Yeah. So it's not just a weight thing, you know, it can help with so many different ailments or, you know, even the energy, you know, but I think it's seeing it in the black and white. Yeah. Right. And having someone explain it to you and then taking the action. Yeah.
I think it is. It really is. And I think some of the things with these fad diets, or not fad diets, you know, I think when people are reading a book and they go, oh, I'm going to try that. That book works for that author. Right. And that is why that author has then written a book about what has worked for them, be it the blood type, the 5'2", the 16'8", or whatever it may be. It's really worked for that author and they're enthused and they're like, I want to share this with the world. Yeah. And then people go at Christmas, buy all these books, read them and go, I'm going to do that. And then it either doesn't work for them or they can't stick to it. Exactly. Or they do it for a week and crash at the weekend, you know, or whatever. Whereas I think when you're faced with, here's your genetic profile, this is how your body works, this is your roadmap, and if you want to feel good, do this, 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 and this.
Exactly.
And that I love that, you know, that you've lost this weight, you're looking glowing, and and the pain out of your feet is just like the best.
It really is, and that really, to me, I think more than even the weight, it was more the pain in my feet because I thought, I can't walk. Yeah. Forget about wearing heels. I just can't even walk properly in trainers, you know. So that to me was like a wake up call because it was like the start of things to come if I hadn't taken action and done something like this with DNApal, you know. Yeah. So, you know, I really just want to encourage people to really look at this with DNApal because it's not a fad. It's personalized to you. So many times you hear about a personalized diet, but when you go to a clinic or something, it isn't personalized because it's very difficult to personalize, right? But this is DNApal, the kit that you do, the consultation that you do afterwards, it is 100% personalized. I mean, my sister Lorraine, she also did it, I think, a couple of weeks ago with you.
Yeah, I think it was just for Christmas we booked her in for a conference, didn't we? Right. To get going.
Exactly. And she absolutely loved it. And, you know, she has her ailments and, you know, some of that I'm obviously not going to go in here, but that she's, you know, it's really made a big difference and an impact to her too. Yeah. So I'm just like charging forward and I really want everyone
do DNApal.
Everyone do DNApal because, and I say it as, you know, a bit of tongue in cheek, but it has become my pal, you know, because it's something I carry with me now every day. And it's not that, oh my God, I can't eat that, because at Christmas I did have the odd, like, you know, puddings and desserts and things like that, but that was it. And I didn't put on any weight. Can you believe it? And I had alcohol, lots of it.
So it's like coming into January, not going, you've got a stone to shift from the week of eating in between.
Exactly.
Whereas
I'm just so excited, Vicky, of the months ahead now, because as I said, I don't feel like I'm doing a diet.
Yeah.
I am just taking care of what my personal body needs, you know, and you guys have showed me that way. And I really, really hope that this encourages others to take that leap, or, you know, even if it's not for them, if it's not for you, tell someone else.
Yeah.
You know?
Brilliant. That's, I mean, I'm so happy. It's so wonderful. I mean, Kate and I do get text messages, and we don't always jump on a live. I have to say, you're one of our first lives to jump on with this. But we do get these text messages and they go, thank you, you've really changed my life.
Yeah.
And that is so empowering for us, or for the person empowering, sorry, but so rewarding for us is the word that I want to use, because we are two nutritional therapists. We do really, really care about the people that we work with and that come and use our test. The reason that we set it up was purely for a safe space. We were seeing a lot of genetic companies selling DNA on, and we didn't want everyone else's DNA to end up where our own DNA doesn't, you know, end up. So it gets destroyed after the report. So don't worry, you're not going to be suddenly done for a murder that you done 20 years ago. That's something
that I thought it'd be great for you to highlight, you know, because it is safe. And you're not using it for something else, you know, and then it's destroyed. So it's fantastic.
Yeah.
And
so you've got that.
Simple to do. It's simple to do. Yeah.
Painless, 1 to 2 minutes, not even time consuming. Don't even have to travel anywhere from your kitchen.
No. Better than doing a COVID test even.
Easier.
COVID test
rewarding.
Yes. Definitely. You know. So yeah, I'm really proud of both of you. I mean, obviously I had the chance to sort of meet you guys well before, and you know, even then I just had it in my heart. I thought, these two girls, they're doing something pioneering, you know, they're women, you know, you really need the chance to flourish in and thrive in what you guys are doing, because it is beautiful. So you know, I'm just glad to be one of your clients.
Thank you. That was lovely. And I suppose, like you say, the most important thing is managing, you know, the chronic pain that was just starting. And like you say, that's almost secondary. You start with that goal of weight loss, perhaps, and then when secondary and third things and other things start going, you're like, oh my God, this really is working for me. This is one of the life-changing things for me was I've got the GSTM1. I don't know if you can remember that from your reports, but it's like I've got a variant on it. So it just means my glutathione and how I deal with free radicals and detox pathways is a little bit deaf, doesn't work so well. And after learning that, that was one of the things that I became really passionate about, the liver and the detoxing and things like that. And being able to support more people with the same genes as me, or the vitamin D gene where I don't absorb very well through my skin, and having that empowering me that every September now, after a summer of sun, I go and get vitamin D tested to check what I have been able to take in, you know, and then supplement the rest. But without that knowledge, I'd have just assumed every summer, and then I get sick every winter because I haven't got enough vitamin D, whereas now I'm to avoid more viruses because I'm giving my body more what it needs. And I think, you know, that prevention of health, a lot of people don't really realize the value of preventing the health, because sometimes you need to get there and then go backwards, and then you appreciate it. But if you do really value preventative health, this is one of the most perfect things that you think that you could do.
It really is. It's giving me goosebumps thinking about it, because as I said, intuitively, Vicky, you kind of know something's off, right? But we don't know what's going on inside our bodies, right? So this gives us the blueprint. We can actually see it, you know, and we know ours, right? It's not just some random thing that we, you know, like the sizing of clothes.
Yeah, or even like you and your sister, you and your sister are sisters and got two completely different pieces of advice.
That's right.
To deal with, and you've got the same mum and dad.
Yeah, yeah.
But completely different advice.
Exactly, you know. So, and also another thing that might, because I'm just trying to think what would put people off, apart from, oh, are they going to use my DNA? The other thing is you're not telling us any scary you know, DNA genes that we've got, that, you know, it's not about that. You know, so I think probably you could speak to a little bit more about that, perhaps.
Yeah, well, we've had that a few times when you go to people, you know, chatting, oh, would you like to do a DNA test? And they go, no, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. We go, there's nothing bad. We go, no, don't want to know when I'm going to die.
That's it.
I'm like, you're really not going to know when you're going to die. And that one girl go, no, I don't ever want to give up wine. I'm not doing a DNA test because I don't want to give up wine. And I'm like, you truly don't have to give up wine if wine is your thing.
Right.
But maybe in moderation, we might need to cut you down because, you know, long term. But yeah, it's those things. And we again, as we're nutritional therapists, the panels and reports that we do are very much within our remit. So there's no kind of cancer diagnosis, you're going to get cancer or Alzheimer's or Parkinson's or any of that stuff. It's truly, where it's really empowering is it gives you all the information for your diet, supplements and lifestyle changes, which is as simple as what you've done, isn't it? It's a tweak here, a tweak there.
That's it.
Remove two things and voila, you're feeling amazing. So it wasn't a huge to-do list, was it? Really?
Well, it wasn't a huge to-do list, but just even the, you know, just the wheat and the dairy thing, I was like, why am I going to do that? You know, at that moment I was shocked. I was thinking, oh my god, so what am I going to eat? Rabbit food, you know. Literally.
You want a bit of lettuce.
Exactly. But the way you explained it, and then when you laid it out, and as I said, I think it was like 5 practical steps that take away right now that will impact you straight away. And I just did those. I thought, well, I'm just going to do them because I know now it's affecting me negatively and it's having other impacts, you know, on my health. And so it was easy because the knowledge, you know, it came in a real practical how to do step that was for me. Not for my sister, not for my friend, just for me.
You felt like you were hand-holded to get there as well, I suppose.
That's it. That's it. And also, I think the way you guys deliver it, because you are nutritional therapists, right? You do believe in holistic, you know, natural ways of healing the body. That, to me, is like the
pinnacle.
It's like the crux of the whole thing. You know, I'm just trying to like verbalize it correctly. It's like it's really it puts you a cut above the rest. Right, because I'm sure this DNA kit that you guys, someone else could emulate that. You know, it'd be very easy. But you know, just you guys being nutritional therapists, you take it a step further. Right. So you're looking at the whole body, right, and you're putting all of those pieces together, and that's how I just felt. You know, you guys really looked after me. And so if there's anything I can do, like shout to the whole world to get people to do this, I want to do that because it is a life-changing thing.
I'll get you on top of Westminster on top of Big Ben and we'll just get you shouting or something, like guerrilla marketing.
DNApal hoodie or something.
Tattooed across my breast. Look, DNApal changed my life. You don't have to go that drastic.
But seriously, I would hesitate to say right now that it has changed my life because it's changed the way, even my relationship with food now. I'm not scared. I'm not afraid. I know that, like, for example, through Christmas, I didn't, you know, my sleeping patterns were a bit erratic, drinking a little bit more than I should, you know, and then I was feeling sort of lethargic. And so I knew exactly what I needed to do. Get back to my routine. Eat my cruciferous, you know, stock up on my water and, you know, get outside and move a minimum of an hour for me. And then like in 2 or 3 days, I was like, oh, I'm back to where I was. That's cool. So I know I've got the key now.
Is it not amazing as well how quickly, when you set on these things, how quickly your body changes?
Yeah.
That's what always, because when the weight's sneaking on, you don't necessarily notice until you get to a point, you put your trousers on and you go, oh, someone's had a few too many pies today, or whatever it is. Oh, these trousers are a bit tight. You don't really notice, and you're looking at it, oh, when did my thighs get so big, or my bum, or whatever part of the body that you're looking at.
And I'll tell you something, it's funny you should say that as well, Vicky, because before Christmas, you know, I bought these hiking trousers or whatever, because of, you know, starting hiking and stuff, and they fit a bit snug, but, you know, I knew, well, it was fine. I thought, oh my God, after Christmas, if they fit snug before, they're just not gonna up, right? I kid you not, they were loose. So after Christmas, how is that possible? It's just amazing.
Yeah.
So,
and you didn't feel deprived over Christmas?
No, as I said, I had Christmas. My sister was like, have Christmas. I had Christmas. My, you know, going out, probably alcohol is probably the thing. And then my desserts, because I do love my desserts. So Christmas Day, we had all the little desserts. But here's the thing as well, I didn't overeat them. I didn't feel like and I didn't sort of mentally say I'm not going to overeat them. I just didn't feel I was eating it. It was like, yeah, this is nice, but I don't want any more. You know.
I think what we should add in there then is, once you start changing into healthier habits, your taste buds change dramatically.
Ooh.
So, like, I can't really eat, I can only eat dark chocolate now. If I eat milk chocolate, even one square makes me feel terribly sick. Too sweet. Yeah. Because I don't have sugar in my diet. And or I can taste chemicals in my food now. So, because we make everything from scratch. So if we are out and about, or at someone's house, and it might be a supermarket version of something that's come, I can taste, and my partner and kids can as well now. We go, there's the chemicals in that, you know, and it's preservatives and numbers, things like that. Obviously, cooking at home from scratch, we don't use any of it. We can really taste it. So it's like the longer you go, like, your taste buds just change, and what you think you liked before, suddenly you don't like. And then when you start seeing the benefits, so there is like a mind thing that happens, like not a reprogramming, but now I see stuff, and I know what causes inflammation in my body, and my lower back is a bit dodgy, and I go, oh, I know if I eat that, I'm just going to have pain in my lower back. I don't want that, so I don't, you know. So those things as well. That is true,
because like, even like, I went to a friend of mine said, oh, because you can't have dairy, you can't have wheat. There is, in Marks and Spencer's, there is, I can't remember, it's free from, or so, I don't know what it's like. They have no dairy.
It goes free from. I know what you mean. Yeah.
So I picked it up, and, you know, I thought, oh my God, they got my digestives. So I picked them up, and I read the back, and it had all this other crap in it, rapeseed oil, all these sugars. And I was like, can't have it, because I know immediately my feet are going to flare up again.
Yeah.
And I just can't. I wasn't even thinking weight wise. It's just the feet was so crippling that it scarred me for life, kind of thing, you know. I don't want anything that is gonna, you know,
cause any inflammation in the body.
No. So I did do Vicky's almond and date biscuits.
Yay! Did you like them?
Which, I did try them, but I burnt them a little bit. But anyway, but they were nice.
Yeah, there is a tip to them, 10 to 15 minutes, or even 12 to 15. They are so quick to make. I've burnt them a few times with the kids, where I've gone off doing something else, and 2025's gone, and they're like, Mummy, it's burning! And you pull them out, and they're black. They're really quick to cook.
Yeah, lovely.
But they're
lovely.
Yeah, they're great to have as your sugar substitute, dates, because they're still getting the taste and the kick.
That's it.
But without the bad stuff and the chronic inflammation that it might cause in the body. Right.
But I tell you something, I've made, it was Kate's.
Yeah, I have that with coffee when I have my period. Drink coffee immediately, get cramps.
Nice.
I have a cup of tea, and I can feel a cup of tea with the caffeine in my body now.
Now I'm going to say something, right?
Go on then.
It's going to be DNApal friendly. Well, it seems to be DNApal friendly for me.
Yeah.
I make a Mars bar.
Ooh.
I'll tell you how I make the Mars bar.
Okay.
I buy the medjool dates.
Yes, love them.
I have one. I open it up. I put a teaspoon of almond butter.
Nice.
And then I sprinkle some cacao nibs.
Oh, lovely.
I just have one. And then I bite them in like 3 or 4 bites, you know, like really tiny little bites.
Charlie in the Chocolate Factory when he's winning his golden ticket. I know the bites you mean.
And that's my Mars bar. And they are absolutely delightful. But one is all you need.
Yeah. This is the thing, isn't it? When you start to do it and you realise that the amounts that you can still get your hits that you might need at certain times.
Right.
I think for women, you know, like Kate's highlighted, you know, period times.
Yeah.
If women are going to turn to the chocolate,
yeah,
you can guarantee it's when our energies are dipping with our hormones and it's around our period. Some are pre-period, mid-period, post, you know, whatever is for each individual. But you know, many women say to me, oh, I have to reach out for the chocolate. But when they clean up their diet, they go, I didn't need the chocolate.
No,
I didn't have PMS. I just got my period and didn't even know. I had one round with my partner. He couldn't believe it because I didn't say one bad thing to him in my mood. And yeah,
but
so
where
it's
were you guys all those years ago? That's what I want to know. Because you could have saved me a whole load of trouble on selling you.
Sorry. Sorry. We'll travel back in time and we'll start and we'll make sure we knock on your door. I'm all in time travel at the moment, reading about it.
Definitely.
So we'll do that. But thank you. I mean, this has been wonderful to have you on and jump on and just share your experiences, because it's like real people, real stories that other people can watch, and you know, there might be some pain points that we might have mentioned, menopause or cramps or periods or pain for inflammation, and just to say to everyone, any pain in the body is the inflammation. When an area is inflamed, it sends a pain signal to the brain. So any inflammation in the body equals pain, if that makes sense.
Right.
If I've explained that.
But do you know that you have that inflammation? You know, because I knew it because it was chronic in my feet.
Well, that's generally how it shows up. So when you know that you've got a lot of inflammation going on, you'll have pain somewhere, be it shoulders, elbow, feet, in your thing, knee. And so that's very much when we clean that up, we go to an anti-inflammatory diet, which is no dairy, no sugar, no caffeine, no alcohol. Yeah. So great that you've still been able to carry on with the alcohol, not as vastly as perhaps as before, but you don't feel deprived.
No, not at all.
And then we might add in, depending on what the level of chronic inflammation is, we might add turmeric in, and anti-inflammatory frankincense, fish oils, omega-3, you know, and those things to try and support, and ginger tea is amazing for reducing inflammation.
I love
works
ginger
really quickly. So there's some things. So well done you, and we can't wait for the next instalment. Just to let everyone know that Angela's videos of her video diaries will be coming out soon.
I'm doing it on Friday, because I do them normally on Friday, so I did have a little hiatus over the Christmas period, but that didn't mean that I wasn't moving. I was moving, but just not the same way. So I do them on Fridays, my Friday long walk.
Brilliant.
In the mornings, and I do add Pilates to that as well. So I do 3 days of Pilates, reformer. So it's really hard. You sweat loads.
I want to have a go at that. I really like it.
So hard. You'll love it. You'll love it because you do yoga and stuff anyway. And then I do 3 days endurance walking in the morning, but really fast.
Brilliant.
And then 1 day off, and my day off is like I'm not just sitting on the sofa. It's like an active day off. So I'll take the dog for a walk, or you know, I'll be out doing stuff. So I'm moving really every day. And I think you mentioned that the other day, saying there's a switch or something that you switch on when you're doing. I can't remember.
I think from your consult, and if it's okay to share, one of the genes had on the FTO gene, which is actually nicknamed the fat gene. That was where you had a bigger red variant on, so it was higher impact within your body, which then resonated with you when you said, well, I've been fighting with my weight for years, and you know, Christmas comes and then you go into January, try and lose weight, and stick to it. you know, and this was never about putting you on a diet. This was just about tweaking what you was already doing, but making sure it was for you and your genes.
That's right.
And one of the things with the FTO is portion size control. So once you know you have it,
yes,
knowing that you can control your portion size, knowing that it loves exercise. All the research coming out in nutrigenomics on the FTO gene is exercise, 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 especially on a high impact, which yes. Then your genes came back in the fitness section that endurance suits you better than HIIT.
Yep.
Then and you went, I love walking. So we were like, okay, well, let's put that in then.
Yeah.
So, and then, you know, that, like you say, you didn't overeat. So that portion control mentality in your subconsciousness is already there now.
Yeah.
So, you know, because some of it is mind over matter. I'm not going to eat 5 plates of fish and chips because I know only 1 plate of fish and chips is going to satisfy me. Whereas previously, not you personally, I'm not saying that, I'm thinking about my partner actually. He has he has a tendency, he has their leper gene, LEPR gene, which has a tendency to overeat. And he does. He can't leave a roast chicken alone or the roast potatoes. And you think, oh, I've got enough for dinner tomorrow, and you wake up and it's gone. He's eating it overnight. You're like, but were you hungry? No, just couldn't stop eating. It's like, yeah. So using that mind over matter can be really, really helpful as well, of knowing that you've had a sufficient amount and that you don't need more. So
that's it. I'm actually finding that sometimes, I don't know if this is the right thing or not, but I'm just going with me, that, you know, maybe I'll have a late breakfast, you know, so I might have a breakfast at 11 or something, just because I've been, you know, moving, I've been doing stuff, and then I'll have an early dinner, and then have anything else, but not because I don't want to eat, you know, I'm not like doing a diet or anything. Like I'm just listening, oh, I don't really feel hungry. Oh, okay, then well, I'll have my dandelion tea before I go to bed, like that. Brilliant.
Really, dandelion tea? I'll give you another high five. More liver support.
You told me I can't have coffee, so do you know what I mean? I've got to have something.
Yeah, of course. Did you end up trying the nootropics mushrooms?
I did. But the thing is, you know what? I have to have it very early in the morning because it makes me
Jenny.
I'm like, so then I can't sleep. But
oh, well done.
Good. I do like it.
I think, I mean, looking at the liver pathways, when your liver's cleaned up as well, and say some of your fat cells, not all fat cells, but some fat cells get created when the toxins can't get out of the body.
That's right. You said,
And when the toxins can't get out of the body via the liver, the fat cells say, hold on, or the body says, hold on, make a fat cell, put the toxin or the hormone into the fat cell. Let's keep the body safe and protected. And we'll only release that fat cell and that hormone or that toxin that's inside it when it's safe to do so.
Right.
And so when you start to clean up your diet, it's not laden of, you know, things that weigh heavy on the liver. The fat cells can just go, oh, I can dissipate that toxin now or that hormone, and you know, that also as well will shift some cells, some pounds, and whatever. So it all goes hand in.
It's all great stuff, Vicky. Thank you.
I just thank you so much for coming on here. And as I said, Angela's done these little diaries that we literally cannot. The team at DNApal are like, when's the next one? What's happened to her? We love it. So we caught up after Christmas, and she's such a great thing. Like, the thing that blew me away is, Vicky, I carried on losing weight over Christmas and I didn't feel deprived. I was like, you've got to come on a Facebook Live and tell people that, because it's fabulous for people to hear that and you know, from you and not from me trying to do a sell or make a sale, you know.
True. No, I'm very happy, and I'm very grateful to you both, and yes, I will keep my video diaries coming, so I'm doing one tomorrow.
But for everyone else, they're just going to see your first one starting, so you haven't been posting, because we thought, oh, it'd be really nice to support people on their journeys too that might have started on January, so with that vibe. So I hope that's all right.
I'm very, very happy about that. As I said, I don't typically like, you know, any sort of social media.
You're not a social media. No.
But to me, this is so important that I have to not think about myself, and it's a way to kind of say, come on, you know, really, you will not look back. This is your pal for life, and that's how I feel.
Yeah, brilliant. Thank you. And that's what me and Kate set out to do. So that's brilliant. That, you know, if we're changing lives and we can be that pal for life,
yeah,
that means that we've achieved what we set out to achieve, or we're on the way to doing that, or whatever. So thank you for sharing that.
DNApal for life. Yeah. There you go.
Thank you.
All right then.
You're amazing. Thank you so much for today.
Thanks,
Listen, have a wonderful afternoon.
You.
And enjoy your
tomorrow.
Yes, and enjoy your date and almond biscuits.
Yes, yes. Lovely. Thank you.
See you later. Bye.
Cheers. Bye.
Don't know how to turn it off now.
Just say leave.